Hey and welcome back to NBA Got Game TV. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you follow our channel carefully on a regular basis, you probably notice that we feature Michael Jordan once in a while, simply because we love Michael Jordan. We always try to tell interesting stories about certain parts of his career, but there are many videos about his NBA career, and on the other hand, not so many about his career before the NBA. So in this video, we will try to take you back to his college years in North Carolina. And we really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. And without any more blah blah, let's go. Before the championships, before the awards, and before the shoes, there was a beginning. Here in Wilmington, North Carolina, it all began. After having a great high school career in Laney Hill, Michael was heavily recruited from the University of North Carolina. North Carolina was a well-known college with a great basketball team that already had 2 stars on the roster, the 6'9" center Sam Perkins and the future Hall of Famer, James Worthy. James Worthy already was a new kid in town and showed in his first season that he will be a future star.
My junior year, I felt really good and I was ready to explode. Here comes Michael. I can remember his recruiting trip. I didn't even see the guy, but I just heard his voice getting off the elevator. I was down in my room at the end of the hall and the elevator doors opened up. And all I could hear was this big mouth. And it was Michael Jordan. And he was like, yeah, this is gonna be my hall. I'm taking over this dorm. And I was like, he's still in high school. You know, he's still in high school. And I was like, who is this guy?
Over 4,000 18-year-olds arrived in Chapel Hill in the fall of 1981. One of them was the outgoing kid named Mike Jordan. Right from the beginning, you could see that he was as competitive as he can be. Future Hall of Famer James Worthy remembers his first impressions of Michael Jordan.
Very confident. And you learned early that you're not going to beat him at anything. Backgammon, nothing.
I didn't like to lose at anything. Now, and to this day, I still don't.
I was the best on the team. And so he saw me. He said, I'm going to kick his butt. So every day after practice, he'd want to play one-on-one games.
He and I used to have some pretty good battles. I wasn't intimidated by him at all.
He was always elbowing me, come on.
And we joke about it even to this day.
I was up like 3-2 and I quit at 3-2. So I always have that on Michael.
Being that he was a junior and I was a freshman, one game didn't seem like a big lead. So yeah, he may have had one game, but it was very close. You know, I made him respect the way I played.
Being a huge Magic Johnson fan, Michael earned himself the nickname Mike Magic Jordan. Being a starter as a freshman wasn't usual back then, but Michael did just that, showing everybody right from the start that he was ready for the task.
I never thought he was arrogant, but that he was full of confidence. Yeah. And I was better than Michael Jordan for about 3 weeks. First 3 weeks of practice, and I saw some things in him, Twan, that I mean, he dunked on Sam Perkins and I one time, and I still know how he did it. but I saw him in the raw.
It was Mike Jordan, Mike Magic Jordan, which was given to me by my high school coach at the time. And it was just, one of those things that identified who I was.
Doherty right back out. Michael Jordan for three, his second. Jordan trying to post Henderson down low. Now he gets away from him. Takes the jumper. It is mighty happy that Perkins looks like he is healthy. Michael Jordan with Braddock, Jordan, Doherty, and Perkins, the starters. Jordan, deep left corner. 4:11 left. Michael Jordan wants the shot. Down with it. Now low has his pocket. Jordan. 3 to go in overtime. Phyllis just gave Sam Perkins a shot. Move to 6. The Tar Heels lead it. Jordan with a mover on the baseline. 16 seconds left. The shot clock. Michael Jordan. Still well puts it away to Jordan. Jordan drives lane. Takes the jump shot. Good.
Most of us were kind of in the raw when we came to Coach Smith, and he either slowed you down or he either enhanced your game throughout his theory. But Michael was an incredible freshman. And, one of the rare moments that he was able to start, Phil Ford, myself, and Michael, I think, was the third freshman to ever start. So he was a competitor. I mean, the guy didn't like to lose in anything. You could play him in a game of backgammon, a game of cards, and he would be emotionally upset if he lost. And so I knew he was going to be an all-star, but I didn't know he was going to be possibly best player ever played. Never.
With the sensational freshman Mike Jordan, the All-American James Worthy, and the 6'9" big Sam Perkins, the 1982 North Carolina Tar Heels cruised into the Final Four. Coach Dean Smith finally had a chance to win it all and to silence his critics once and for all. James Worthy was having a great game, scoring 28 points against Georgetown in the finals. But 31 seconds before the end, the Tar Heels were trailing by 1.
Our guys come to the bench, and I did not like the look on their faces. They came in and sat down in front of us. Coach Smith said, "We're exactly where we want to be." And my first thought, I don't mind saying, is, did I look at the score wrong?
He called the play.
He looked at me and said, "You may get the ball."
I hit him on the tail like that and said, "What comes to you, knock it in."
Well, that's a green light. It wasn't even time for me to look for anybody else. So when the ball got to me, I just went up and shot it.
Back to Michael Jordan. Jumper from out on the left.
Perkins will be going up at center circle against Pat Ewing, and the 1982 NCAA championship is underway.
I figure Sleepy Floyd's going to go for the jumper.
Is he ever? Fake beautifully once, twice, gets a roll, and the Hoyas lead by 1. Dean Smith asks and gets timeout. That was the 15th lead change we've had in this ball game.
And he said, "We're exactly where we want to be. We're going to decide who wins this game." And all of a sudden, the look on everybody's faces changed completely. And the guys left the huddle, and as they were walking out, Coach slapped Michael on the rear end and said, "If you get it, Michael, knock it in."
18. Shot. Jordan. Michael Jordan. The emotion of NCAA basketball.
He knocked it in, and then the Lord or somebody told Freddie Brown to throw the ball to James Worthy, and we won the game.
North Carolina has won the 1982 NCAA championship.
Every time we do the introduction for the starters, that shot comes up, and it's amazing how the gym gets so loud when everyone sees it, and that's just because everyone realizes what kind of player Jordan was and how big of a shot it was. That just gives me goosebumps on my arms.
It goes down as one of the greatest shots of all time. It's something that you can appreciate, especially being a Tar Heel, but just being a basketball fan, that's a huge shot that you'll always remember.
Changed my name from Mike Jordan to Michael Jordan. It became a stabilizing, thought for whenever I play the game of basketball, that I belong on this level. I can compete at this level, and I can be successful at this level. From everything else I did after that, I fed off of that one shot.